be the glory. His grace, His mercy, and His direction, without Him, none of this would be possible. I give thanks to the countless number of Jamaicans who prayed for peace, prosperity, and good government in our nation. I'm grateful to my family, my wife Juliet, our children, our parents, my siblings, for their steadfast support, their sacrifices, and their patience as they have shared in the weight of this responsibility. To my constituents in West Central St. Andrew, my profound gratitude to you for placing your trust in me as your Member of Parliament for 28 years and for laying the foundation for my political journey. I thank you. I am grateful to the members of the Jamaica Labour Party, to our campaign teams, to all the party workers, to all our supporters who worked and kept the faith during difficult days. Most of all, I'm grateful to you, the people of Jamaica, including our diaspora. Your participation in the process is vital for our democracy, and your voice has been heard clearly, decisively, and powerfully, not only on who should have the mandate to form the government, but more so, how that mandate should be used. I stand before you deeply humbled and profoundly grateful to accept the people's mandate to once again serve as your one Prime Minister. I consider it the greatest privilege, and I do not take it lightly. The third term is not a laurel to rest upon. It is a summons to continue to serve with vision, wisdom, and integrity, more diligently, more inclusively, with even greater urgency. Thank you for your trust. I will honor it by working even harder for you. Now, my friends, the elections are over. We must reunite and refocus on the business of the nation. The time has come . Where we must get over the thrill of victory and the agony of defeat, put aside haughtiness and bitterness, unfold our arms, unclench our fists, retract accusatory fingers, and embrace each other. Regardless of the outcome, we must choose Jamaica. I recommit to leading an inclusive and consultative government I extend my hand to the Leader of the Opposition to create a space for the national interest. Mark, let us partner together to complete the work we started on making Jamaica a republic. I look forward to continuing the work with all stakeholders, the National Partnership Council, the church, unions, youth, the business community, and civil society generally. Let us all work hand in hand to build the progressive and prosperous Jamaica we all want. Over the past 9 years, we have walked a challenging but rewarding path together. When we took government in 2016, Jamaica was way down by 120% debt to GDP. Unemployment was stubbornly high at 13.7%. Wages were low, poverty was high, crime was rampant, public infrastructure was crumbling, public services were weak, hope was dim, and confidence was low. Together, we changed that trajectory. Together, we made Jamaica a story not of decline, but a story of renewal. Step by step, year by year, we worked with discipline and determination to repair the damage of decades of mismanagement and misadventures. We brought order and stability to the public finances. We cut the debt to GDP in half to now 62.4%, restored fiscal credibility and balanced budgets without imposing new taxes, created hundreds of thousands of new jobs, giving our people new opportunities to work and prosper and reduce unemployment to historic lows of 3.3%. We almost tripled the minimum wage and gave the largest pay increase to the public sector. We cut poverty in half, cut murders and crime in half to 30-year lows. We significantly increased spending on infrastructure, education, social welfare, health, waste management, and public transportation, all contributing to the period of highest consumer and business confidence. As proud as I am of our achievements, I do not stand before you today to recite them as if they were the destination. What we have achieved so far has simply been to repair the breach and correct decades of mismanagement and misadventure, and undo the consequences of reckless policies that nearly broke this country. We have stabilized the ship, set the destination, and laid the foundation upon which we must build a greater vision. We have only begun to scratch the surface of Jamaica's immense potential. We are destined for more. Our people are too talented, our culture too rich, our geography too strategic, and our history too proud for us to stop short of greatness. This term, the next chapter, is not about maintaining the status quo. It is about fulfilling our potential and taking our rightful place among the great nations of the world, admired for not only overcoming hardships, but respected for our results in achieving a high and sustainable quality of life for our people. Our people's talent, our rich culture, and our history have already given Jamaica a global name. But now we must match that reputation with an economy of strength, a society of opportunity, and a nation of enduring justice and peace. This is the vision of a Jamaica not only surviving and overcoming, but a Jamaica that thrives and inspires, a Jamaica that seizes its destiny of greatness. For hope has been rekindled, confidence restored, and Jamaica can now stand tall. The vision of this government in this next chapter is to spur economic growth. Growth that lifts every household across the length and breadth of Jamaica out of absolute poverty. Sustained economic growth will end absolute poverty in Jamaica. We can and we will end absolute poverty in Jamaica. We want growth that gives every child the opportunity to dream and achieve, no matter where they are born or their surname. Growth that reaches the trying mother who can send all her children to university without facing crippling debt or having to choose between firstborn or secondborn. Growth that reaches the farmer who now has reliable irrigation, storage, and a market for his produce. Growth that strengthens our healthcare system, which in turn keeps our people well and productive. Growth where tourism is even more integrated in our economy, where world-class resorts thrive along community tourism, and where the benefits reach every corner of Jamaica, from farmers, entertainers, to the taxi operators and the craft vendors. We want growth that inspires our Jamaicans in the diaspora, not only to send remittances, but to confidently invest their time, talent, and resources in building their homeland, Jamaica. We are a small nation, but we are a nation of extraordinary influence. Few countries of our size can claim the global reach that Jamaica enjoys. Our athletes dominate the biggest stages. I want to acknowledge Oblique, Kishane, Tina, Orlando, Tyler, and all the members of the Jamaican contingent who participated in the World Athletic Championship. And I also want to make a special acknowledgement of Shelley and Fraser Price, who carried the Jamaican flag with dignity and excellence. Our music echoes in every corner of the world. Our scholars and professionals carry the Jamaican flag into university, boardrooms, and institutions across the globe. Our culture, it is not just admired, it is lived, celebrated, and imitated by millions. The next chapter of Jamaica's journey must be about converting this unmatched global influence into a pillar of our economy. We will elevate the creative industries, music, film, fashion, art, and sports, transforming creativity into an engine of growth. The world already consumes our culture. Now we must realize the value from it, invest in it, and respect it as one of Jamaica's greatest exports. Likewise, we must also complement our soft power, our great creativity and influence, with the infrastructure of growth: ports, highways, digital systems, energy grids, and real estate in which our creative energy can thrive and develop a lifestyle that itself becomes a product for which people will travel to our shores to consume and be a part of in a seamless way. We must take the same discipline, creativity, and ambition that gave us musical and sporting legends and channel that into building one of the most dynamic economies in the global South. Geography has always been one of Jamaica's greatest assets. Situated at the gateway between North and South America, at the intersection of the world's busiest shipping lanes, Jamaica is perfectly positioned to be a hub of global trade. But geography is only potential. Realizing the potential requires vision, planning, and investment. In the next chapter, we will be pressing ahead with transformational projects to anchor our role as a logistics hub of the region. The Caymanas Special Economic Zone will be the largest and most advanced industrial and commercial center in the English-speaking Caribbean, bringing together manufacturing, warehousing, logistics, and technology services. It will be a space designed for the 21st century economy, seamlessly connected by road, rail, air, and sea. We will make Jamaica the gateway to the Americas. Ultimately, Jamaica's economic future must be about human capital development and technology creation. We must ensure that our young people, creative, tech-savvy, and ambitious, are equipped to lead in the global digital economy. It is estimated that 70% of the Jamaican economy depends on services. This means that the value created is intrinsic to the individual effort, knowledge, skills, creativity, and attitude. If the economy is to grow beyond its current trajectory, there must be a widespread and general increase in the productivity of individuals, as well as the systems and technology which they are paired with in production. This next chapter must see a laser focus on education and training of our current labor force and the generation to come. Through our education system, we must create a Jamaican that is pro-social, pro-growth, pro-technology, innovative, emotionally regulated, and more productive. This is imperative. But growth also depends on how government itself works. For too long, bureaucracy has frustrated investment, slowed innovation, and drained productivity. Too many Jamaicans know the feeling. Endless forms, long lines, and red tape that stand in the way of progress. Of even greater concern is that inefficient systems breed and provide an incentive for corruption. That is why we have developed the speed, streamlining process